Hey, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, of course, and boys and fangirls, is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendo Sony for 2011, and of course, Nintendo Anime Manga Guy 360, back again with another movie review, and I know it doesn't sound like I have a lot of enthusiasm on my voice after I went to go see this about 2 days ago, but I'm still trying to get over this hype of how awesome as hell this fucking movie was, even though there was a few, hits and misses with this film, but before I do get that started, you people are probably wondering, why do I have a Pokemon Charizard EX thing? So, Charizard EX from XY Flashfire TCG set for the trading card game. If you haven't seen either of my two videos that I just did about a day ago, or actually no, about a couple hours ago, I actually did it the day before, so it's really like 2 days old, but I only posted it about 2 hours ago. It's on my Nintendo Sony for 2011 channel. I'll put the links I'll put the links down in the description box below if you want to check those openings I did. It was part 2. The first one only got a rare reverse Durant hollow, so it wasn't that good. Second one, part of the video was a lot better. I would have put it in one whole video, but I didn't have a lot of memory like I do now. I got about 8 to 10 hours. I think, yeah, like 10 hours of memory of videos I can do, so that's going to be worth for a long time. I still got about 35, 36 more videos that I got backed up, so tomorrow I'll be doing my trip to the Philippines, so you're only going to be able to see 2 videos a day when I post them all the way till about July 29th, 28th or 29th, I'm thinking, when I come back. So it's July 13th right now, so yeah, there's that. And I already put my 2 weeks notice. Well, not for like quitting my job or nothing. I'm just putting my 2-week vacation thing there, even though I've been there for 2 years. But it's awesome. Even though I got the promotion, they still let me take the 2 weeks off, which is awesome as hell for them to do, to take my vacation off, because it is hot as shit out there, and I'm not going to tell you what the job is, but it pays good ass money for 15 bucks an hour. Hell yeah. So without further ado, let's begin. So Transformers, the Age of Extinction. Let's get into this as soon as I find the remote. There we go. The mouser, and yeah, let's get this bitch started in. Let's jump right into it. So Transformers, Age of Extinction. Obviously starring the main characters. It's not Shia LaBeouf anymore this time. It's Mark Wahlberg, Stanley Tucci, that little blonde chick, whatever, that's supposed to take the place of Megan Fox, and that other chick, Rosie Whitley Huntington, that looks like that chick up there that you can see, not Kim Kardashian, but the other chick, Kate Upton. She looks like Kate Upton, but it's not her. I don't know why I always got her and Rosie Whitley Huntington mixed up a lot, because they have that same facial structural features. They got that blonde hair and the really big ass tits and the nice thighs and really beautiful green eyes. Yeah, but I'm not going to get into that. There's the 3 things I'm going to point out before I start. I was going to put another picture in there. Unfortunately, I didn't get to, so I'll put the link down below. It's all over the internet, all over Google, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, 4chan, and obviously it's definitely, besides YouTube, it's definitely on Vine, and definitely on fucking Instagram if you haven't found it already. But spoiler alert if you haven't seen all this. I already just mentioned all the stars. Oh, and special appearances from Kelsey Grammer and John Goodman. They're in this film as well as the celebrities and everything like that. Except for John Goodman, he's one of the Autobots for the Transformers, so he's only doing the voice acting, obviously. And Kelsey Grammer, he's like this evil CIA bad guy or whatever, antagonist who wants to kill and just search and destroy and kill all the other Transformers. So he hires this other Decepticons or whatever to destroy all of them and shit. It's fucking insane. And I got my water here, by the way, so you'll occasionally be seeing me do sips of this water. I might do a 2-part video on this. Well, scratch, I'm definitely probably going to have to do a 2-part video on this, maybe. We'll see what happens. So yeah, pretty much the premises of the whole story. This has nothing to do with Transformers 1 and 2. They completely kicked those out of the bucket. Michael Bay had a completely new, different cast of characters. And if you're wondering what this is, Transformers4, Age of Extinction. I always go to this thing over there. If you're ever in the Midwest or West Coast, if you know where Rave Cinemas or Tinseltown is at, or what's it called, Cinemark Century Theaters. If any of you people have that in your state, definitely go watch over there. The movie's a lot better. It's a lot cheaper, like $2 cheaper than Regal. It's not that much, but it's a lot cheaper and better than Regal shit is, or AMC. Those suck ass. I know that's all over the world pretty much. But definitely check that shit out. It's a lot more cheaper, like $2 or something. And the snacks and everything is super expensive still, but it's still real good ass theater to go. So definitely check out Cinemark Century Theaters. That shit is fucking awesome there. Or Rave Cinemas or Tinseltown or whatever they call it in your state or city. I think it's only national too. It's only in the U.S. I don't think it's outside. Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong about that completely by a landslide. But I'm not here to talk about the theaters and shit. But other than that, yeah, pretty much the whole premises. They only go back to like the third part. I don't know if it's. I think the second one was Dark of the Moon or Revenge of the Fallen. No, I think it was Revenge of the Fallen, and the third one was Dark of the Moon. So yeah, it was about the Chicago, Illinois fight or whatever that happened in Chicago. The whole premises pretty much focuses around that, and the whole storyline and the whole plot. It focuses on what happened in the past, and like ever since the war 7 years ago. I think it was 7 or 10 years later. Like after the whole world war happened with the Autobots and Decepticons fighting each other. And after, Optimus Prime eventually ends up killing the crap out of freaking his brother. Everyone ends up getting a shock. You're my brother, Megatron, and he kills him and shit. It's really fucking sad and all that too. It's like he always like teased him about loving the humans too much, and he would even put his life on the line for humans and shit, because we're pretty much in this movie, in this universe, we're pretty much the weaklings, and they're the gods and goddesses of this world. If there's female ones, Autobots, I doubt it, but if there is, that's probably gods and goddesses like of this universe, in this world of the filming industry, But yeah, other than that, keep in mind it's fantasy, it's not real. But yeah, really crazy shit, I'm not even gonna lie. Mark Wahlberg literally hands fucking down. He just fucking, what's it called? Words can't even fucking explain how tremendous and epic he was as this actor right here. I'm telling you. It's no wonder he always makes really badass fucking good movies. It says some people think they had a problem with him doing Max Payne and then like Ted 1 and Ted 2. I don't know. He's good in a lot of different genres. He's good at the comedy, the horror, the acting, the adventure type of movies. He's good at so many different genres of movies, sci-fi, mystery, drama, romance. He could do every single different type of style of genre. So he could pretty much be in every single like movie in the world. So Mark Wahlberg, like next to Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, he's like one of the third legendary fucking actors in Hollywood, hands down. He definitely delivered the shit out of this movie. He was just fucking all around badass fucking guy that you want to go see in this film. Greatest, most best, like intense fucking actor that can deliver an acting. Even though another guy, shout out to him, I give him a couple shout outs every now and then. Looking on Blaze the movie fan, he pretty much disagreed about Mark Wahlberg. He didn't really like him too much in the film, I think. I think he said that like he liked Shia LaBeouf a little bit better. So he did get a little pissed the fuck off that his shit wasn't fucking in there, Shia LaBeouf. I don't know, I'm just saying, just putting it out there. I don't think he really liked Mark Wahlberg too much in the film. I know he said he didn't have a problem with him as a character, as the main protagonist in the film, but they don't explain. I think he was pissed off because like he said they didn't have no explanation of why Shia LaBeouf or the other girl, Rosie Huntley, or the black dude, or the older main cast from the first 3 Transformers films. He was really upset that they changed them all around completely. For me, it didn't really bother me that much. For him, it's fucking sucked ass for him. He was really pissed the hell off about that. But he still liked the movie. It was okay, I guess. He thought few parts that made him laugh. But I remember in his rating system, you know how I do the 5 guns out of 5, or 5 flying saucers out of 5, or 5 Pokemon anime things out of 5, or 5 horror knife sticks out of 5, whatever the genre is, or romance, or maybe 5 hearts out of 5, I don't know. The way I do my rating system, like 5 out of 5, or 1 through 5, like that, or like laser guns and shit like that, he does it like this. He either says 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up, and then I think he does another one called like even or something, or undecided, and then like he does another one called like 2 middle fingers. He fucking hated the shit out of it. He does 2 middle fucking fingers. But yeah, check his shit out. I'm gonna put his link down below to his Transformers on the Age of Extinction 4. And if you're watching there, Blaze, I'm just saying, and I know you really didn't like the movie. I love the hell out of the movie. I'm sorry. I got a different opinion, man. Please don't shoot the messenger. I know I still love the hell out of your like videos. You're awesome. Check his channel out. He's a really, really fucking cool guy. He deserves a lot more subscribers. I know he's got over 1,000, but he's really freaking awesome. I know his stuff is kind of underrated, but he really deserves 1 million subscribers because he's a cool, awesome dude. If you're watching, you are really a badass. I'm sorry I haven't been commenting very much either because I've been working a lot and shit lately, so you gotta forgive me on that, Blaze. I can't do videos every single day like you do, unfortunately. I can only do them like either on the weekends or maybe like 1 or 2 videos a day, and that's it. I can't do 5 or 6 anymore. But that's for a whole other thing. Now I just went completely off topic. Let me get back to the movie process. I already told you about all the stars and celebrities that are going to be here. Kelsey Grammer, John Goodman, Stanley Tucci, Mark Wahlberg. That chick that was on, I think, True Blood or some shit like that. I don't know. Or in a Disney show. I don't know where the fuck she was from. And who else? Yeah, the guy that did Optimus Prime's voice. He's still the same. I forgot what his name was, but I think it was from the 1980s and early 90s cartoon Transformers. I didn't really grow up watching the show, but I watched the anime version of it. It was called Zoids. Zoids was my shit. It was a really good ass anime back in the mid-late 90s, I think. That was my shit. And then the other Japanese one, like Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, I was a huge fucking fanboy of that shit. So it was like the Japanese anime version of Transformers. So I was sort of into it, but it wasn't the American version. It was the Japanese anime, like Chino Asian version, you know? That was my shit. And see how much time I was spending on this. Oh shit, it's almost been 11 minutes. I wanted to try to make this under 20, so I'm not going to talk about spoilers or nothing like that. Let me just tell you about the action scenes. Obviously, a lot of people are going to get pissed the fuck off about Michael Bay. It's like, oh, he uses fucking explosions and shit all the time. Yes, there was a shit ton of explosions, like he always does in this movie. But you gotta admit, the dude, he does explosions like pyrotechnicians. Just like that dude Jeremy Johnson's. I don't even have to give him an introduction. He's got about 880,000 subs. He's close to already 1 million, so a lot of people already know who Jeremy Johns is. You could Google him if you want. I'm not going to bother giving him a shout out because a lot of people know him. And another dude named Chris Dykman. They already did their thing. They made some joke about Michael Bay. One of those two said, oh, if Michael Bay wanted to do 4th of July or New Year's Eve, if he had a job as a pyrotechnician, his career would be awesome, you know? They did some kind of trivial, mainstream media joke like that. I don't know. Pop culture reference thing. Yeah, but yeah, check them out. You can Google. I'm not going to bother giving them no shout-outs because a lot of people know who they are already. They're pretty much well established on YouTube. They're pretty much star celebrities of YouTube right now. And let me get my drink again because I don't want to waste your guys' time. Oh yeah, another thing I will admit, shit was fucking awesome. The way he did the explosion, besides all that, he did a really good cast and crew. I'm glad he didn't get Shia LaBeouf again because his shit was annoying every time he said, "Oh, the best Bumblebee." His shit, his character was just complete me out of that. It was trash. It was stupid. I'm sorry. Except for the first Transformer. The first one, I will admit, in 2007, or I think it was 2008 when it came out, because I was still a junior or senior in high school when that came out. During that time, had the best years of my life than that in college, Good years about 3-4 years ago, It's good times. I still have them once in a while, just not as much. But yeah, let me get back to my case in point. Yeah, with Shia LaBeouf in the first one, he was cool. But in the second and third one, his voice just got annoying as fuck. Every time he did that fucking yelling voice, his character development was shit. Him as an actor was fucking crap. I didn't like him at all. He still had that little Disney image that he had at that time when he did those things. It was fucking bullshit. His voice was real raspy, nasally, and annoying. He sounds like one of those little pompous pricks I really wouldn't give a fuck about. If I saw him on the street, it's like, oh yeah, Shia LaBeouf, I don't give a fuck about him. Some low-rated D-class fucking celebrity. Nobody barely gives a fuck about him. That's why I never really cared about the movie with him. I mostly watched Transformers, I'm not gonna lie, besides the Autobots and Decepticons, all the CGI explosions, the action pack, boom boom, 1-2 fists with the Autobots versus Decepticons with them clashing each other and boom boom boom, knocking their heads into pieces. It's fucking awesome. And besides all that, I watched it for that hot, beautiful, sexy, gringa pussy and gringa ass. That beautiful hot ass woman. I know she has fucking toe thumbs or whatever, but she's still hot as fuck. That chick, fucking Megan Fox. That's pretty much the only reason why I watched it for, besides, the Autobots and Decepticons fighting each other. That's the only reason why I liked it. Yeah, but let me get back to the movie now, because I'm not talking about Transformers 1, 2, and 3. I'm talking about the 4, Age of Extinction. Yeah, pretty much the whole story and the premises about the FBI, which is controlled, or CIA, controlled by Kelsey Grammer and this other Autobot, or Decepticon, or whatever, that's trying to kill all the Autobots and make them as their trophies, or whatever it's called. I don't know what the dude's name is, but his shit was fucking amazing as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, Jesus God. Kelsey Grammer was fucking phenomenal in this film. The best acting I've seen him do in years. I had no idea he was still doing movies too, because the last time I saw him, I was 5-6 years old. I was still a baby almost. I might have been 3 or 4 or some shit, when the film came out, like Frasier and Cheers. If any people remember, like ding, do 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 do. If you remember that theme, something da 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 da. And everyone who knows your name. Da, 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 da. I think it was based in Seattle, Washington. I don't know if it was Frasier or Cheers. It was one of those two. But it was really funny. I used to watch that shit every time at midnight when I was about 5, 6 years old. As far back as I can remember. So in my early, mid-90s, like maybe late 90s kids days, I used to watch him at Nick at Night or Snick or something like that. I used to love watching him as an actor. He was really super funny, you know, with his sitcom Frasier and all that. Kelsey Grammer was a boss back then. And that just goes to show me, I think he's like 60, 65 years old or something. Kelsey Grammer, he still fucking got it. Even up to this day and age, he's still he's a really amazing professional actor. I had no idea, because I knew he was doing a lot of African-American black movies, like with Tyler Perry. I heard a lot of rumors of him, like, collaborating a lot with Tyler Perry and Kevin Hart and Ice Cube. Like, he really, like, does a lot of, like, African-American, like, black people, like, movies a lot, too. Like him or Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, who else? D. Ray Davis and Cat Williams, the Wayans brothers. So he collaborates with a lot of black people, which is cool in Hollywood, you know. So he's a really chill dude. He's really down with the black people. He's cool as fuck. He's a white guy himself, and he's still super awesome, you know. I'm not gonna get too much deep into his history, but Kelsey Grammer overall, he was one of the villains you'd love to hate in this movie. He showed his fucking stardom here and then as an actor. He went above and beyond. When he did his acting as the CIA, he was fucking awesome as hell, you know. Trying to hunt down all the Transformers and the Autobots and shit like that. That was fucking cool, you know. And pretty much there was a lot of, like I said, a lot of Michael Bay explosions. Not new there. And then we get to Stanley Tucci's character. His shit was really cool. I like how they did his premises of the character, his whole continuity thing, his fucking his personality, his characterization. They got his shit for Stanley Tucci very fucking well. I don't know if he was in a show. I think he was in one of those drama shows. I don't know if he was on HBO, Showtime, or FX. I think he was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or something like that. I think he was on a TV sitcom. Because I've heard his name a few times before, Stanley Tucci, but since I really don't watch a lot of like comedic like sitcoms and shit, except for like 4. Sometimes I'll watch Modern Family. I used to watch Ugly Betty a couple times. George Lopez show, I used to watch that a lot. And what else? The Goldbergs I watched a little bit last year. And I used to watch Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but that wasn't like a comedy type of TV sitcom, but it was like action adventure sitcom. You know, that was cool as fuck. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, it was cool as shit. But yeah, overall as an actor, Stanley Tucci was really, for the first time of me seeing his like work, because I used to hear about him a couple times. Me and my roommates mostly were really more into his work than I was, so I never really gave a fuck about him. So he was really funny. He was a really funny dude. He was like sort of the evil villain, but he was kind of like the rival. Like how the other FBI agent for like Sector 7 or Sector 8, that was in the first 3 Transformers movie, the one that used to live under his mom's basement. If any of you haven't seen the first 3 Transformers movies, you know what I'm talking about. But running on a Redbox or Netflix or some shit, you know exactly what I'll be talking about if you do. Yeah, that shit was really fucking cool. The way Stanley Tucci portrayed his character, that was fucking awesome. You know, he was the guy you love to hate, but he was kind of one of those annoying prick type of dudes. But I could see maybe him as real life as a person. He could be a really cool guy to kick it with and hang out with, you know, grab a couple of beers or alcohol, a few drinks, I don't know. He's a super stand-up comedian, dude. He's funny as hell. I liked his character a lot. He made me laugh a couple times, you know. Oh man, his shit was really cool. I liked his character in the movie a lot. I think he was like the billionaire that tries to control the future, and he's trying to control these new Decepticons. What he thinks are Autobots, or he's like, we'll make them better than the Decepticons, you know. And they got all the information through Megatron's brain and shit. And then there was another like Decepticon called Galvatron, I think that's what his name was. That was cool as fuck. And let me talk about the Dinobots. Holy fucking shit. I know they were there 16 minutes. Best 16 minutes ever. It would have been better if it would have been there for like a half hour, 30 minutes, or 1 hour. If we would have been able to get to see just a little bit more time, if Michael Bay would have been able to implement the Dinobots a little bit more, I would have been a lot more happy with that as a fanboy of this series, or Hasbro in general. I'm going to get to Hasbro in a minute. There's something at the end I want all my people, especially my, you know what, bam, if you know what that means, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and if you know what Lauren Faust is, you know what I'm fucking talking about. But yeah, you know what this means. I'm going to get to that at the end of this video, but I will say this, Yeah, Galvatron was cool. Stinger looked really fucking cool. He was supposed to be a ripoff of Bumblebee, but instead of being the good guys with the Autobots, he was with the Decepticons. That was cool. John Goodman's character was good. I forgot all of the Autobots' names, except Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. The Samurai Autobot, he was really fucking funny as hell. He was cool. Sorry for the fanboys that were really huge, hardcore fanboys of the Transformers series. I don't know all the Autobots or Decepticons' name because I never really watched the cartoon when I was little. Barely at all. I only watched the Japanese anime edition of it. Like Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, and Droids and all that shit. So I never really watched the US version like Transformers. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know any of them. Except like Megatron, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee, and that's it. There's that Samurai. He was really cool. I liked his shit a lot. The new Samurai Autobot that was a good guy. He was cool. I loved his big giant katana samurai sword. That shit looked fucking awesome. The way he just sliced and diced fucking Decepticons everywhere. That was cool as fuck. Of course, the CGI graphics are gonna get a 10 out of 10. That gets a 5, like firearm guns out of 5 for me, in my opinion. 5 stars out of 5. That was fucking cool as shit. What else was really awesome as hell about this movie? I like the way they use the technology and shit like that. That was awesome as fuck. How they use all the GPS, I just said CPI, GPS navigation systems and all that. That was cool as fuck. I love the bejesus out of that fucking thing. Amazing as hell, epic as hell. Just boss as fuck overall. Amazing, outstanding, mind-blowing in every shape, every way, shape, and form of the matter that you can think about it. It was just right there. And it's probably been 25 minutes, so I'm going to close with the last 2 things I want to say. The last 2 things, there was a little bit of a cliffhanger. I felt like there was going to be something else because Galvatron, at the end of the movie, after he fought all the Dinobots, and after that big giant like Transformer or whatever was like going up and down, he gets stabbed in a mechanical heart. Him and Optimus Prime do like one final fight, and he's riding on fucking gridlock, literally, in that big giant Dinobot. He's breathing fire and shit, as you can see right here, if you've seen it already. That was cool as fuck. And then the other ones where they transform into like Autobots to like Dinobots, that was cool as fuck. I love the crap out of that. The transformation was good. Overall, I'll give the movie a B-, maybe a C+, solid C+, because I wasn't super crazy about the movie and the storyline. That was kind of crap, I'm not gonna lie. It dragged out for a long time. I think it was like 3.5, almost 4 fucking hours for this movie, but that's the only downside. I didn't want to be there too long because I got people to go, places to go, people to see and shit like that. I'm a very busy dude. I'm a very busy guy, so that's the only part that was like my nitpick, my pet peeve about it. It was way too fucking long, but the graphics and everything that made up for it, the explosions, obviously the famous Michael Bay explosion, that made up for it. Another thing I didn't like about is a lot of the racist things, like the slavery comments and the racist stereotype comments. That's fucking shitty as fuck. I thought Michael Bay would have learned his lesson by now, because in the Transformers 2 and 3, he did a lot of that racism on like black people and type of shit like that, like the ghetto, like 2 real ghetto ass fucking like Autobots or whatever. They were the good guys in Revenge of the Fallen. That was stupid as fuck. I didn't give a fuck about it. They were annoying as fuck. They were mierda puta pieces of shit. That's what they were, you know. Gringa, negrita, pieces of fucking crap. I'm glad they didn't have nothing like that, but then they had that one little thing that was in Transformers 3, the one that kept humping Megan Fox's leg, or Rosie Huntington's leg. The one, the one that was the mini RC like Transformer. The stereotype black dude or African American ghetto Ibana, whatever type of black dude shit. Negrito piece of shit, Oh yeah, you better go get on that, girl. Yeah, like, I'm bad, I ain't get no brainwash shit, That's stupid ass Ibana bullshit. That annoys the goddamn fuck out of me, seriously. I already see that bullshit enough at my job. I don't really want to have to see it in real life either, Seriously, in the movies, for that matter, That's the only other nitpick. I didn't give a fuck about that part of the movie. That's why it gets like a B-, C+ for this movie. And then one last thing I really didn't give a shit about the movie is that they did too many, they did like a Facebook, and I think they did like one Twitter and YouTube, I think, like, pop culture reference, like, oh, that's fucking funny. And I think they did like a couple of real life celebrities and shit, like I think Kim Kardashian or some crap like that, or like, I think one of the Miami Heat, some basketball, football game, and they did a couple like Japanese like stars or whatever, like pop culture, like Japanese like J-pop stars, which is cool. I like J-pop, but come on, that's stupid as fuck. That's a waste of time to put that shit in there. Like with the 4 Asian dudes that were getting up. If any people haven't seen the movie, or if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. With the Asians, they're going all the way up in their like spaceship, and they're all about to die. And I think there was like a Japanese group band, so I didn't really like the pop culture reference in it. I was fucking stupid. That could have been like, deleted from the movie. I didn't give a fuck about that part. That was kind of silly when all that gravity pulling thing up and down. It looked like that Superman movie from last year, Man of Steel. You know how the anti-gravity puller kept going, kept making all these EMP attacks, boom, boom. You have to see the movie if you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the movie, you are an awesome person. Oh yeah, that part was cool. That part was cool, but it wasn't good enough, I'm just saying, I'm running out of voice here. Last thing I will say, to all my bronies and Pegasusers out there, I don't talk about this a lot in my criticism guide, but I do talk about it a lot in my Nintendo Freak 2011 channel, or Sony Freak 2011 channel. They actually did a 10-second reference, and I put this on my Twitter page about a week and a half ago when I saw this film. I know she's my least favorite pony for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Generation 4. With the one that Lauren Faust made, the 2010 all the way up to now edition, 2014. I think it's going to last to 2020, 2025, I don't know. But that, I shit you not, if you haven't seen the movie, check this out, especially if you're a brony or Pegasister. Because, everyone knows Hasbro, owns Transformers, right? But they also own My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, right? They actually did like a 10-second thing where one of the Decepticons, they were actually like disguised as a Rainbow Dash. And he was like holding the thing like this, right? He's like, I wonder what this thing does. And it was a Rainbow Dash like Tommy, I think that's what it's called, the company. The one that makes all the Pokemon and like Wizards of the Coast thing from way back in the days. Or like other like, action figure stuff like Dragon Ball Z or Inuyasha, a lot of anime stuff. They make like a lot of anime figurines and shit. Tomy. Yeah, they had like one of their productions with Hasbro there, right? And he was holding this Rainbow Dash, like, I think it was 10 inches, like, Rainbow Dash, like, not a plushie, but a figurine. He was holding it like, I wonder what this could be used for. And he's playing with it. It's like, oh, this is awesome. Bro Hoof. He was doing all the brony things, too. And I was like, oh, fucking shit. I was laughing so fucking hard. That was literally the second biggest highlight of the freaking thing ever. And then I had that Mountain Dew, like, Transformer. That was the first funniest highlight of pop culture reference with the Mountain Dew and then Bud Light. Because they had a lot of Bud Light sponsorships and a lot of, obviously there's a lot of vehicle sponsors like Ford, Chevy, Pontiac, Ferrari, BMWs. I know they're going to get all their advertisement in the movie, obviously. The obvious advertisements. But then they had Bud Light, Mountain Dew, and then My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. That was fucking cool. I know she's my least favorite pony. I don't like Rainbow Dash that much. But that was cool to see a brony reference right there. So, bro hoof to you. I don't know, maybe Michael Bay's or brony. That would be fucking awesome, man. That was cool as shit. And, see how long I stood on this thing. Holy shit, almost 30 minutes. So, this is almost 31 minutes of my other one. But that's all I have to say for now. So like I always do say, is what it is, ain't what it ain't. Hopefully you like this movie review. See you when I see you guys every day. Have a good night wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't drink the wreck. We'll see you soon. See you around. Peace out. It's goodbye. I'll talk to you guys next time. Keep it cool. Keep it calm. Keep it chill. Keep it relaxed. And I will get to you guys later. Alright? Deuces. I'm out of here. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Alright? Lates. Goodbye. I'm out. And yeah, have a good day. See you soon. And take it easy.